Yo, what's up? What's up? It's Jason, zombie collector, if you will, doing a little live stream for your laser beams, and probably gonna be on for about an hour ish. Hey, what's up, Dante? Um, Sean Stealing second is on his way to the old Pain de la Casa or de la Casa Pain. I don't speak Espanol, so I might have slaughtered that. I might have Sergeant slaughtered that. So my condolences. But yeah, man, I'm just kind of just looking forward to having him come in. We're gonna probably, I'm assuming, try to do a little bit of trading. I don't know if he wants to go maybe break some wax. We might break a little wax, go pick up a box or two, and just have kicks and giggles. So we will see. And I think we're gonna grab lunch. I've been holding off eating, and I didn't get this skinny by not eating, but because I'm such a classy gent, I decided to hold off and wait. So we're gonna grab a bite to eat and then kind of hang out. So looking forward to that for sure. I did want to let people know Alan Neal, who has not really done a lot on YouTube, but recently, but he does a lot of like trades, and he has been around for a while. I believe, a family member has passed away last night, and the reason I say that is because he was supposed to be meeting us today too. I was going to surprise Sean, who he actually did a trade with hanging out with me and Alan, but Alan informed me this morning, his I believe it was uncle had passed. So, my prayers go out to Alan and his family. Apparently, it was people knew it was coming. It wasn't a surprise, but it's never easy. Hey, what up? What up, homie? It's never easy in situations like that. But if you know Alan, if you want to reach out to him and tell him, hey, you're thinking about him, I would appreciate it. I'm sure he would as well. But we got together about a month ago and did a trade. But he had told me he hasn't bought anything in a while. He said it's been because of a lot of family stuff going on. So just like I said, if you're a person who knows Alan, let him know. Maybe reach out to him and just let him know how what you're thinking about him and whatnot. But yeah, man, I'm hoping everybody's having a good Christmas season. I'm not. I'm one of those people, who loves Christmas, but I don't really need to go all out with Christmas. Like I'm not big into decorating. I'm not big in putting up trees. You know, I will if my son wants me to. This year he hasn't asked about it. His mom's doing it, and so he's doing it over there. I'm assuming. Well, I know because I go there and I see it, and he's doing it over there. But yeah, I'm not really big into that. I don't. It's not that I'm not. I'm not a Scrooge. I'm not a Grinch. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday actually of the year. But I just don't like the whole decorating aspect of it, man. Yeah, Christmas is great, especially for you, B-Pain. B-Pain. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole decorating thing because I kind of just look at it like it's just me and Luca. And then when Luca is at his mom's or if he in the past used to go to Japan during this time of the year, it just kind of took the magic, I guess, out of it for me. I guess that's the word, but now that he's here, it's great. And, but I've always asked him, you need to help me put it up. You need to help me put up the tree, decorate. And when he's just kind of like, then I'm like, myself. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. My brother there, my actual real brother, Brandon, hopefully we'll get together as a family at some point during the holiday season or maybe early next year. Spend some time together for sure. I bet you can come up and give me some Christmas spirit. Yeah, I bet for you, Brox, you probably definitely working crazy. This is the time of the year that I'm sure Amazon's like working OT, overtime, for sure. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to hanging out with the family. We're going to Gatlinburg this year, I believe. I'm not 100% for sure what the dates are going to be yet. We're kind of in flux, but we're going to be there for like a couple days. So we're looking forward to doing that. So that's good. So hopefully we won't have anybody doing any wet bandits action at my house and try to rob me. I will say I have a judge and a couple of police officers that live around me, so don't anybody get no ideas. Plus, I don't have anything worth stealing anyway, so there's that too. So the joke will really be on you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I guess that's about it. I've been trying to get a couple of videos up. I put up a video each day since I got my hotspot. I put up a couple videos. I got another care package coming video, I think tomorrow, from a great guy in this community. His name rhymes with Dink. So you just can fill in the blank. Dink, 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 dink. What movie is that from? If you know, let me know. If you know where that little singing I just did came from, it was from a comedy from the 80s. I will give you that much. If you get it right, you don't win anything. So don't ask me. So don't ask me about it. So that's about it right now going on with me, man. I don't know. Like, I just thought I'd come on and chit chat, see if anybody had anything they want to talk about, any topics, anything like that. I will go on a little bit of because a lot of people know when they come to my channel, there's always a possibility that a rant might happen. And I definitely got a rant for you. Not a rant really, but just kind of like don't worry, be happy, So we had a handful of people in the community that was like Chicken Little and screaming the sky's falling about 2 or 3 weeks ago about the whole COPA thing. And it's died down now because I hope reason has come over everybody and realized that we're all going to be okay. Your channel's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. We had people like talking about leaving and people doing videos of their, like, it's going to be like Thanos has snapped and they're all just going to disappear. And people were just acting ridiculous. I mean, like leaving the YouTube, quitting the channel, hashtag walking away and all this kind of craziness over a bunch of maybes and I don't understands and I thinks and everybody became legal scholars and it was crazy. Like, it was literally crazy. I never seen so many grown men act like a bunch of 9-year-old girls. It was shocking, actually. And there was only a handful of us that were like, are you all being serious right now? Are we really wetting our pants over this? And the answer was yes. There was like a swath of the community that were literally pissing themselves with fear of something going to happen. And then if it happens, I believe we're all going to be okay still. And nothing's going to happen, really. It's mind-boggling. Like, literally mind-boggling that so many people were like just having a number 2 in their britches. I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, the worst case, you're gone. The channel's gone. And even then, we all know. So please, guys, I'm glad it seems like Sandy's back. People got their big boy pants put back on. And they snapped their buttons or zipped up their pants and they got them all nice and tight. We're going to get through this. I mean, people were like, we're overreacting like I'd never seen before in my entire adult life. I mean, it was like seeing my son and his friends like having a meltdown session or something because something didn't go their way. When I saw, people were doing like live streams about it and they're like having guests on their show who also knew nothing about what's going on. Everybody was like all of a sudden got their junior lawyer cards in the mail so they could do some lawyering on YouTube. Everybody pulled out. They got their Cracker Jack box cracked open and pulled out their junior lawyer cards to explain how this is all going to bring. I actually had a couple people call me directly to explain to me because I was apparently more a moron because I didn't understand the ins and outs of the Copacabana. And I was like telling them, like I tell everybody now, that they're acting ridiculous. There's nothing to worry about. And if there is something to worry about, then the worst case scenario is we all go bye-bye. And I mean, that's the long of it. But I think we're going to be okay. Just say with me, it's only YouTube. It's only YouTube. I mean, I've never seen so many people, grown men, cry like babies. Like little babies. You're taking my friends away from me. Yeah, like Brock's saying, it's like the sky is falling. Like who cares, dude? Grow up. And apparently either everybody got their wits together and figured it out, or they got shamed into it or embarrassed by it by like going, maybe I just overreacted. And the answer would be yes, you have been overreacting. And now we're all okay. We all were able to breathe and be like, it's going to be okay. Boys and girls, it's going to be okay. Don't you go and fret now. So I'm glad we got that established. There's a handful of guys I got to give props to, like Ed. I'll prop myself up because I was the one saying it. Dave, Blue Jacket City, Ed Wesker Griff, by the way. A few of them, I've watched their channels. You know, those guys come to mind right now that were like, hey, you know what? Ain't gonna do nothing different. Gonna keep on trucking. And I appreciate that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is. It's only YouTube. And it's not real life. It's not. If all your friends are on YouTube and you don't have any other friends or family or nothing else, that might be something you need to self-reflect, look in the mirror and figure it out. I mean, if your life is YouTube and all your friends are on YouTube, then, maybe you need to get out more, hit up a club, hit up a touring group, go on a tour with some people, like hop in a van or a bus and, go on a little tour together for the weekend, get on a dating site, go to a church or wherever you worship and maybe join a singles group, maybe do some Bible study classes if you're married or something, and get out there and see the world and not get hung up on the tube. It's like, get a life. Oh, yeah, volunteer in your area. That's right, Rocks. Oh, Phil, a little birdie told me that Jab's family is having some struggles, and that's a shock considering the guy's a complete scumbag. And also, I was told that it was a video done not too long ago exposing said scumbag to the world and how the tide has turned. And I mean, apparently the guy's channel's falling apart. Apparently he's falling apart. Apparently he took down his eBay store. Apparently even his hardcore believers are kind of like, this guy is up to no good and he's a complete scoundrel. And not even the kind of cool scoundrel like One-Eyed Willie, but like a real scoundrel. Taking people's money and not giving things back in return. And it's just a complete, cluster. And we're not talking about, the good, nut clusters you get in your cereal, but a bad cluster. So, yeah, it's like one of those things that I've been saying, I told you so. But I kind of feel like I'm, one of those prophets, I feel like I'm like a YouTube prophet. Not a real prophet, because I would never claim that. Of saying all these things to people that people don't want to hear and get mad and unsubscribe to me and then resubscribe and then thumbs down and then tell me they're my friend and then run off and run their mouths to their buddies about how I'm mean and I don't know what I'm talking about and blah, blah, blah. And then it all comes to pass and it's true. And Alex, Mike, yeah. What's up, Hitman? I got this over 18. So, feel free to say what you want, guys. I probably won't say anything because I'm a classy gent. Pinky's out. But I do want to say, talking about my awesomeness, Alex, I did want to show something that I've picked up recently that you may be interested in. You want to give it a shot. Suntory whiskey, Toki. I don't know if you have a Meyer in your neck of the woods there in Savannah. But man, dude, this, as you can tell, is the bee's knees, Mike. I like to drink it usually neat. I put it in the freezer for an hour and then just drink it neat. But I really make it a Suntory from Lost in Translation. Make it Suntory time. Yeah, that's right. With oh my gosh, Bob Hedison. But yes, I highly recommend that. This bottle was like $30, $30-ish. And they have a black label one that's a little bit more high end, even more high. Pinky's out is around 50. I think I might pick one up for myself during the holiday season or for January or something. But give it a look, guys. If you like whiskey, this is really good. Some people like it on the rocks. Some people like to put water in it, or they highball. I like it neat personally. I just like it cold. But yes, yeah. If you like it, I would highly recommend it. I've had everybody I've let try it, which is like 3 or 4 people now. 3 or 4 different people, by the way. They all enjoyed it. They're like, wow, that's really good. It's real smooth. And I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. It's not bitter. It's not harsh. It's not kind of like, I don't know. It doesn't taste like your typical whiskey. It is like real smooth, which is, like I said, problematic if you're going to go out on a big date or even a big date come over. And then all of a sudden you pass on the couch because you had one too many whiskey drinks. So definitely give it a shot and see what you think. It's smooth. It is smooth. Like Michael Jackson, smooth criminal smooth. Woo! 18. Oh, Mike Y. Ohayou gozaimasu. Genki desu ka? Minasan genki yo? インディアナ州、こんにちはね。でも、カリフォルニア州、おはようございますね。So, yes. Good morning, guys. It is another day in paradise. Paradise. So, yes. I just got to say, just this week, I have received, the generosity of this community knows no bounds. It is unbelievable. This week, I received 3 care packages in the mail. One from Henry S., which was hilarious. If you've not seen my video, I highly recommend it. He sent me some ridiculousness, which I greatly appreciate because Henry's a character, man. Like, you go to his channel, you really have no idea what you're getting ready to get yourself into. A lot of times the title will allude to what you're getting ready to see, but he is a great YouTuber that doesn't get enough respect, for sure. He's a fun guy. He sent me a care package, a YouTuber which will remain mysterious because he asked me to leave him mysterious. I did say it was a him. Maybe I should say they, because I heard that's the cool pronoun to use nowadays. They. They. asked me not to reveal their name. And then I have one from Dustin Bellinger that I just put out. The B side, double B. Well, that's double D. Double D, because it's Dustin and Dustin, but that's big B. Because you got DA and DB, the B side. So, but yeah, that was an awesome one. That was completely unexpected, if you've seen that. And it's cool because he sent me some Reds cards, some Hall of Famers, and then he puts in the middle some Japanese cards. Oh, yeah, man, totally. A Jab's family, he was in such a Christmas spirit. He sent me 2 care packages. Jet man. That guy, what a complete douche nozzle. So, but then he sent me one. Then I received another one, and I mentioned at the beginning of my video, and I haven't put the video up yet, but I was going to say it rhymes with dink. If you know who that is, that one's coming up next. I'll probably put it out tomorrow morning because I'm striking when the iron's hot with my hot spot. Striking when the iron's hot spot. Because I only got a week to go. I got it yesterday. I'm getting caught up on videos. I'm sure a lot of people notice that I'm trying to watch their videos and comment as much as I can. Sometimes I just watch videos I can't comment because I don't have the time in the day, and I try to have somewhat of a life. I know, shocking, I know, but I try. But yeah, so that was. So I'm trying to watch videos. I'm posting some vids. I'm doing this live stream. I'm waiting for Sean stealing second to get his self here, so we can party like some rock stars. Rock out with your socks out. I know, dude. I was like literally Patreon level, like heavenly sevenly or something. I was like next level Patreon member for sure. You're exactly right. I mean, I was dropping some coinage to get them care packages so I could get some 1991 Don Russ, some 1989 Top, some 88 Score. I mean, I really wanted to go balls out on the hot product of 32 years ago, 34 years ago. I mean, I was ready to go balls out because, you know, whenever Jad's family like says thank you back to his fans, it's going to be something amazing. Well, and then here we go. Alex sent me a care package. I know he told me about it, but this guy, dude, I got some Pee Wee Reese's. I just watched your video. So I got somebody bequeathed me a Pee Wee Reese, a beat up Pee Wee Reese. But I feel like since you mentioned it, maybe you should even get that one. So that might be finally I can send something your way. I know you, how do I join your my Patreon? I don't know. I have a friend named JT who's real computer savvy. I'm gonna have him set it up for me and like put links everywhere, and then that way I can just hear the ding, cha-ching, 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 as I get YouTube famous. Because it's all about being YouTube famous. You know, we probably should do a live stream. We could. That would be awesome. I think we definitely should do a live stream. Maybe we'll drink some of this hooch first. Well, he has to go home today at some point. I'm sure his wife won't like him, crashing here. But maybe we'll have a little bit of this, and then we'll do a live stream. That might be fun. We'll do a real stream into my backyard to get ready, and then do a live stream. Oh, yeah. What? Santori. Santori whiskey. とっても大好きね。でも、多分、一番 whiskey Santori ね。So, yeah, maybe. It might be my number one whiskey from Japan. This Toki. I've had lots when I was in Japan. Some of it I probably don't even remember the names of it because one has been like a decade, and two, it's in Japanese. And even though I can speak Japanese decently well, I don't remember all the different names and companies that produced it. So my mind's playing tricks on me. Little grave diggers, little Bushwick Bill, holla. That's what all 6 of you came to my channel for, was for me to get all crazy. if I keep looking off to the side, I'm just making sure Mr. Sean Stealing second doesn't show up and needs help, and he's like trying to carry stuff out to my house. So if I look over there, it's not because I'm like looking to see if like my captors are coming to get me and put me back in my cage. For sure. Oh, somebody gave me the okay sign. Uh-oh. Oh, 3-pointer. Oh, talking about 3-pointers. I gotta brag. I know my butler's on vacation. He went back to Ecuador for Christmas. So I'm doing all the buttling myself. So just to brag a little bit, my son, who most of you all know through my channel, have heard me mention or whatever, and he's my pride and joy and all that. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of like chatting about him on my channel a whole lot unless he's here with me. But he had a basketball game yesterday, and man, he was like, if you all remember the 1990s NBA Jam, it'd be like, oh, he's on fire. Like every time he shoots the ball, the net would catch on the flames or whatever. Luka was like literally, they ended up scoring almost 50 points. The other team had like not even 20. They won by around 30-ish or so. Luka probably had like 20 plus points by himself. And this is not me like making up stories. Like literally, like that was like he probably got close to 20 points by himself. But first half, literal last second shot, he shoots a 3-pointer, fades away, jump shot, 3-point, and swishes it. I mean, I could not believe it. It was like really awesome. I've never seen that. I've seen that, of course, with other kids doing it. Luka's never done that, anything like that before. And man, it went like right in. A bell goes burr, right when it goes in. It was like perfect. And then like what you see like NBA teams and college teams, like where they run and jump up in the air, like bounce off of each other and all that. Him and all his buddies were doing it. It was pretty cool to see as a parent. Everybody was like losing their minds, except if you're the other team, they weren't happy about it, of course. But that was really cool. I just had to brag on him about that. That was really, really cool. He always does pretty well. I mean, he's not like God's gift to basketball. I mean, he does. I mean, he plays on like a travel team here in the town we live in, and all that. And he's good. He's just, he's a kid. Like we all know, kids, they get good and then they even out and they might get better, and other kids pass them up. I mean, we all know that that's the world we live in. And if you're a parent of a kid who plays sports, you have to keep it realistic. But he had an awesome game, and that was really cool to see him just do that. So I was very proud of him. Just seeing the expression on his face was priceless. It was amazing. So I just want to throw that out there. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if he's quite ready. I think his probably not even close to 6-foot frame whenever he fully grows will keep him out of the NBA almost guaranteed. So even if he was really good, I don't even know if he'll make the high school basketball team. And that's being honest. I mean, there's always that chance that, he can make the high school team. But, I love my son, and he definitely has the ability to do it. If he wants to take it that level, he has to definitely work at it. And he could do it. But, playing basketball at any real competitive level and being a short guy. I mean, I'm short and he's half Japanese, so Lord knows what will happen. I mean, if he ends up being 5'9" or 5'10", that would be like literally a Christmas miracle. So I seriously doubt it. But, fingers crossed, you just never know. He might end up like Yao Ming. Be like, whatever, 7'6" or whatever Yao Ming was, 7'5" or something. When I lived in China, there was a Yao Ming at every like KFC or McDonald's like cutout statue. It was like life size. So the Chinese would love like go and get their pictures taken next to it. And so, Yao Ming's like, let's say this tall, and everybody else is like right here. So like all these people are standing next to the Yao Ming cutout, and he had like a Christmas hat on or something. I don't remember. And they're all just like, and the Yao Ming's just like, just standing there like all serious, like, because Chinese, Asians in general really just don't smile in their pictures. If you ever see like a traditional Asian person's picture from Asia, not American, not Asian Americans, but from Asia, they're like this. But, there's no one smiling, so it's pretty funny. So, yeah, Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, Alex. Thanks a lot, JT. Yeah, I'm very proud of them, and yeah, it was very cool to see. And I'm sure we'll hear a lot about it, and rightfully so, over the next couple of days and weeks about that for sure. But yeah, it's definitely cool whenever your peers make a big deal about it. It's really cool when you think your mom and dad go, "Oh, you did great! Wow, yeah, what a wonderful game! You did awesome." But when your peers tell you that, that's the next level. We all know for sure. So that was cool for sure. So does anybody have any big plans for Christmas coming up? I mean, we're about a week away from Christmas, a little over a week away from Christmas. So I want to make sure I'm getting a text. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking my. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone, make sure it wasn't, like I said, Sean. Yeah. Anybody any Christmas plans? You're going to finish your Advent calendar? I don't know if you're being facetious or not, JT. I know that Topps has an Advent cards. Is that right? Do they do Advent cards? Like baseball cards for Advent? Or I know Mike O shows them some Advent cards. Or are they Easter cards or something? But it sounds like they're like religious and some kind of religious association. And maybe I'm wrong, but I thought Mike Go said they're like online exclusive for Topps Advent cards, and maybe I'm wrong from Topps. But I don't know if I can't tell if you're being serious or not, JT. But if you are, well, congratulations. I'm glad you're going to try to finish your Advent calendar, knock it out. But I'm going with myself and Luca's mom and Luca to Gatlinburg for a week for Christmas. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. We'll leave sometime the next week or so for a week, and we'll have fun with that. So I'm excited about that. About 50% serious, nice. Not a Triple Crown serious, 50% serious. So looking forward to Gatlinburg. It's funny because I have no interest in country music, country western, the South, hillbillies, moonshine, hooch. All that stuff, I'm not interested. Crackers, I'm not interested in any of that stuff. I'm not interested in like Confederate flags. I'm not interested in the Civil War. I'm not interested in the South versus the North. But I really do like Gatlinburg. So I don't know what does that say about me. I love it. I love Gatlinburg. It's very what do you call it? It's very touristy. It's definitely like driven by tourism. It's very like, blow your money all over our shops and stores and malls and museums and all that kind of stuff. But it's fun. I don't know why, but it seems like there's eye candy everywhere. It's like a little Las Vegas, minus the stripping and STDs. Probably. I don't know. At least not to the same level, probably. But I mean, like, I do enjoy it. I've been there maybe when I was at high school. I went once with my family. Maybe twice, once maybe in middle school, once in high school, and then I went once with Shoko, Luca's mom. Her and I went 1 year, and then Luke and I and Shoko went one time with her mom and her mom's friend once. But Luca was like literally just like 2 months old, so obviously he doesn't remember anything of it. But yeah, so yeah, we so I haven't been back. We haven't been back in 11 years essentially. So it'll be nice to go back and check it out. Because, like I said, Luca was born in 2008, and we're going to go in 2019. So, yeah, because we went during Christmas time 11 years ago. Wow, that's wild. That's wild. So, yeah, well, that'll be fun. Now, the very first time I went in the 90s, there were Hare Krishnas everywhere. Does anybody remember what those Hare Krishnas are? They're like all over like Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. They're like they're like playing like music, and they had like these long ponytails and shaved heads, and it was weird. And they were like out on the street corners, like there's flowers and rainbows and clouds in the sky, and like all this hippie ridiculousness. Give us your money, and so they're like playing like these little like tunes. And people never were giving them money. I mean, it's like the biggest scam in the world. I don't know what the world they were doing. I like to give them a punch in the face opposed to any money, but it was like weird. And they're like trying to hand out tracts and flowers and stuff. Like they're trying to hand me like a flower. I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, it was like Airplane. Yes, it was exactly like Airplane, Alex. It was weird. And like they were just like, it was kind of like the Manson family. If you ever watched documentaries of like Squeaky Fromme and all those weirdos, they're all sitting outside like flower power and flower children with Manson. And they're out there singing like their hippie songs that Manson made up or whatever. It was like that, except it was Hare Krishnas. They're just out there. And they're like on every other corner. You couldn't even get away from them. It was weird. I'm hoping, well, last time I went back, I didn't see any Hare Krishnas. They must have took their show to Branson, Missouri. Instead, I don't know, but I didn't see them. So hopefully they're not back. Because now I'm an old, stuck in my ways cracker. And I'm not going to tolerate that nonsense. I ain't going to tolerate it. I'll get a blowhorn and go right up next to them. And then they'll just walk away finally. Hashtag walk away. So that's about it on my end. I guess I'm trying to think of anything else. Trying to keep this party going. Anybody else have any topics they want to discuss? I'm not gonna, well, unfortunately for them, I am coming back. So I will be there. So they might want to hightail it out of there. Here's the thing. I don't care if you're wanting to be on the corner and like pass out something, that's fine. Like, I don't care what religion you are or what your political affiliation is or what you're trying to peddle. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm totally fine. I think that's great. Go for it. But when you're like getting in people's personal space and like kind of like shoving stuff in their faces and like you're just at the stoplight waiting for it to change so you can walk across the crosswalk and they're just like, hello, let me give you this flower. But first, give me a $1. Let me tell you some weird hippie stuff about the. I'm like, I don't want to hear about it. I'm gonna take your rose and smack you in the head with it. Like, get away from me with this. Get away from your stuff. I just want to walk across the road without being accosted by anyone. I mean, I remember one time I was like in a flea market and there was like some end of the world, I guess, like end of the world, like what do you call it? Apocrypha, like, you know, end of the world, apocalyptic. There we go. People that were like shouting down regular people walking around at this flea market just trying to buy their antique teapots and coffee pots and cookie jars and, you know, cuckoo clocks. And there were these guys, and I mean girls maybe too, they were like yelling at people, like trying to pass out tracts. If you didn't take tracts, they yell at you. They were questioning if your faith or whatever. And they were just like being real abrasive. And I was like, what in the world? Like, how does that win anybody to your cause? Like, how does that help you in any way by telling people they're not Christians and they don't take your track or they don't believe what you're believing about the end of the world and the sky's falling and all this kind of stuff? I'm like, you know, if they don't believe in the Jesus you're creating and saying, then somehow they're going to hell. Like, I didn't understand that. Like, I remember them like yelling at people, and I'm like, this is like the reason why people hate Christians right here. Like people like these guys that are like telling everybody they're going to hell and they're treating everybody like garbage. I was like, what in the world, man? Like, we're at a flea market, for crying out loud. A flea market. Bunch of old crackers mostly are walking around there and they're like berating them. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. If you say something loud enough, it becomes true. That's very true. It's unbelievable. So I remember being like completely turned off by that because I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to get me some baseball cards or some DVDs or action figures, whatever I was doing at the time. And I remember having to tell the guy, I'm like, dude, if you don't back up, we got a problem. Like, you know, what you're doing is actually very counterproductive. And oh my gosh, like, that's all they needed to hear. They were like, you know, like blood in the water. So they were just like ready to attack. I was like, all right, you just have a nice angry day. Have a nice day. Stay angry. So yeah, it was mind-boggling. Like, it doesn't, no one wants to hear that. Making sure I didn't miss anything on the inside, just looking off in the distance. So, is anybody excited for the new Star Wars movie? Raise your hand. Because I can tell you, don't tell anybody. I'm not. It looks like it could be complete garbage. Garbage. Gomine. Gomine. Suyo Gomine. Like, super trash. So, not looking forward to it. Saw the trailer, the teaser trailer, saw the regular trailer. I don't know if Alex is still here or not. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hey, what's up, Dave? I mean, I'm gonna go see it because I'm that guy. I'm that schmuck who, fingers crossed, that it's gonna be. But the complete and crap they took on the last one, that Rian Johnson, whatever, debacle and complete just catastrophe of a movie that he did 2 years ago. My only hope, cautiously optimistic, is J.J. Abrams, even though he pretty much just did a retread of the New Hope when he did his first one, however many years ago, with the original story. It's like all the exact same stuff, except now it's just with a female character. But everything, they're killing off all the old white characters off, and they're introducing people of color in every role and changed it to a woman, a protagonist or whatever. So there's not a lot of original ideas going on in this one, and all the things that he kind of set up. Rian Johnson took a big old steaming crap on. So J.J. Abrams has his work cut out for him, but they're like, they're trying to saying there's gonna be gay characters in the movie and stuff now. Like, what in the world? Like, when did people's sexuality end up becoming part of Star Wars canon? Like, no one's getting bedded in Star Wars. No one's sleeping around in Star Wars. There's like some questionable incest possibly, but it's like, no one's doing anything. There's a handful of soft kisses. I mean, we're talking about like a literal handful, like probably not even like a half a hand, like a baby handful of like that. And then like J.J. Abrams, because apparently Star Wars got to get woke, is going to have gay characters in it. Like, when in the world Star Wars has to have sexuality in it? It's like, just be Star Wars. Tell a good story. I don't care if what people's like, who they're sleeping with. I don't care. Like, it's mind-boggling that everything has to, all that kind of ridiculousness has to creep into every facet of people's lives now. It's literally shocking. Yeah, well, in the trailer, he goes, I just want to look at my friends for one last time. So, yeah, that might be his send-off. It might be his boner off. So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with you, Alex. I'm excited. When I see that Lucasfilm logo, you're exactly right. And the music pops on. I mean, like, there's like a swell of joy and excitement that comes up. I agree with you. There's a handful of things it does at Quentin Tarantino films, George A. Romero films, Star Wars, most Steven Spielberg films. Like, when I see their name come up or their logos pop up or their music or whatever, I get excited. I'm invested. But like I said, shoo-wee, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Yeah, who knows, JT? If I swear, if they have some kind of Ewok thing going on in this movie, I am going to lose my ever-loving mind. If they try to Return of the Living Dead, Dave, Return of the Jedi. If they try to do that, I don't know. Just like, well, here's the thing. J.J. Abrams has his work cut out trying to get to a semblance of a story that's going to make sense and try to put everything together, since Ryan Johnson or whatever his name is ruined the last movie. So who knows? Yes, thank you, JT. I usually feel like it does it for most people, especially the ladies. They get really weak in the knees when I introduce myself like that. I'm like, hello, this is Jason, zombie collector extraordinaire. They're like, oh, like right away. They're just like, oh, Jason. Dude, are you serious, Jet Man? I hope you're joking, because if you're being serious, there's gonna be. I will seriously get in front of the theater and be like losing my mind, like screaming and stuff. The Last Starfighter 2, yes. You might be waiting a while on that one. See, like movies like that should have a part 2 or something. That would be awesome. I'm all for that. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, I agree with you, Alex, on that one. I mean, J.J. Abrams, I believe, is a really good director. I mean, I like the stuff that he's done in the past. I do believe that if anyone can fix it, he can possibly fix it. But we'll see. I mean, I guess we'll see about it, you know? But I agree with you. It's not necessarily J.J. Abrams per se. It's Kathleen Kennedy, the producer, who has a woke Me Too movement, social justice warrior agenda for all this, for everything Disney now. I mean, especially with Star Wars, which is like, I guess, her baby. You know, she said it. Like, if you go back and watch her video, her interviews, that she is actively trying to promote sexuality into kids programming. Like, you know, Star Wars. Star Wars is made for kids. I mean, yes, us adult men that are in our 40s and 50s and 30s and all that love it too, because we grew up with it. But I mean, when it all boils down to it, it's a kid's movie. There might be some, adult thematic situations or whatever, but it's a kid's movie. And it's like injecting sexuality in any form, gay or straight, makes no sense. And for having producers who are actively finding people that will do this for them as writers and directors is ridiculous. So, I mean, it is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, dude. If it's really going to have Ewoks in it, dude, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I mean, that's ridiculous. Jar Jar Binks, oh my gosh. Surely Jar Jar would be dead by now. What about the Gungan or whatever, the one that comes as like leader, the big frog thing? He's like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a thing. I mean, like I said, even George Lucas doesn't know what he's doing sometimes. He's asleep at the wheel. Oh, JT, yes. Fingers crossed that it is not the Star Wars Christmas special of years past. That is true. Lord have mercy. Oh, hey guys, Sean's stealing seconds here. So actually, hold on. Let's see if I can get him to come in. If you can wait right there, I'll bring Sean in. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, I'm live right now. You want to come over?
Yeah, I was watching. I was
down were you?
The street. I thought I was at the wrong house.
Oh man. There he is.
What up, YouTube?
There's the legend right there.
Good deal.
So I think we'll probably go live again maybe later if we have some downtime, guys, because I know that we talked about getting together. I'm not for sure Sean's schedule and what he has all planned. Maybe we'll try to go live again later on this afternoon or whatnot. But anyways, as you all see, I'm going to head off of here. Great discussions. I'm glad everybody had something to say. I appreciate everybody showing up for sure, as always. But I'm going to hop off of here. And so take care. Peace.
See you guys.
See ya.
Good deal. Yeah, I was watching on the way.
Oh, were you? That's